Hello friends, I am myself Shruti Shezoe. I am from Maharashtra. I secured 690 rank in Civil Services 2015. I would like to share my strategy for the Civil Services because it's a many candidates are confused about it. Even I was very confused in my initial preparation and I lacked in the guidance part. So I would like to share my strategy. First of all, I would like to advise the candidates like the entire preparation of civil services is very long. We have to maintain a patience of a year long with a different strategy for prelims, mains and interview. So we should keep our dedication, perseverance and which is the most important is like optimistic attitude I would like to say. Along with studies, we need to have a balance in our life, like go for a walk, have exercise, have a good group of friends and discuss each and every important stuff. So let's start. I would like to discuss first the prelims part. Now as the GS paper has become qualifying, we need to cover all the basic subjects in depth. The main 7 subjects we can call geography, history, which includes ancient history, medieval and modern. Then environment importance has increased due to inclusion of Indian Forest Service into it. Then polity, then economy, art and culture and current affair importance. So cover all this with the basic books which we call NCRTs or the Lakshmikant, which most of the students know it. But the key is repeated revision I would say, and solving various papers of various coaching classes meticulously and finding out what is your strength and weakness. Then also at the same time I would like to say that always as the paper 2 has become only in qualifying in nature, but please don't neglect it even. Keep trying solve in the last month, try to solve the paper once in a week. So that's the main prelim strategy I would like to say. Then we can jump to the main strategy. The mains form the main step because we score the marks there only, as interview marks are unpredictable by most of the people say. So we should try to always focus and maximize our marks in the mains. So as we know, we have to solve all general studies paper 4, essay marks and our optional. So first of all, for optional, keep your optional papers very strong, cover each and every syllabus of the optional in depth and don't leave any part of it. Segregate it into subdivisions of the syllabus and make short notes into it. My optional was anthropology, so I focused on covering every part of the syllabus. And in anthropology, basically the pattern is changing from static to the dynamic part. Usually people used to say that anthropology has very static questions and used to get marks easily. But now the pattern has changed. So I would like to say candidates like please focus on answer writing practice and as well as form a proper structure of answer so that your answers have an anthropological relevance and importance and your answers depict a proper conclusion and they are not just generalist answer as we write for general studies paper. For general studies paper, I would like to say that prioritize what are your strength and weakness, like in paper 1, paper 2, paper 3 and paper 4. Paper 1, basically we cover most of the part during our prelims to try to maximize your score and to strengthen it during preliminary preparation only, because I have seen I have shared the experience of many candidates and from my own experience I would say like you get very less time to prepare during mains for history, geography, all this part. So prepare it very strongly during prelims and you can capitalize that knowledge during a mains preparation. So and the other part I would like to say is the interlinking, substantiating your answers using the examples of current importance into the by giving various case studies into the paper. And as well as drawing various diagrams, flow charts for the geography, might be even for world history or history questions. There are many things you can go try for innovative answers, not the cliche answers which everyone writes, that where you will get marks. Then for paper 2, I would say like most of the people like are always get less marks in paper 2 or get a medium range marks. This is basically because of the current dynamic papers setting, and even because the paper asked have various in-depth analysis which many people or even I will be lacking. So we need to prepare in that insights. Like especially for polity, we need to give importance to the current importance, what are the issues going on, then going and interlinking with the various constitutional articles, the various committees which have been gone and their verdict over it, the Supreme Court and High Court judgments. We need to substantiate our answers using this. That will give weightage to our answers and might fetch marks. And the other part of international relations, I would like to say the paper analysis is very essential for this. The various articles which come, try to interrelate with your answers and put and substantiate answers well, because the questions asked are very general perspective. When we see the questions, we will be able to answer it well, but might be we are not scoring marks there because we are lacking somewhere. So try to innovate your answers in sometimes, because I have seen various candidates who have scored well in paper 2 or political science 2, which consists of international relations. They draw it properly with showing diagrams, they substantiate with various international conventions and the various might be linking with the international relation. We don't need to go into a special jargons, but like for a general perspective, it can be helpful. For paper 3, mostly we have to go through the importance of economic, then internal security, science and tech, environment. So for environment specifically, even this part I will say like try to strengthen during your preliminary preparation, and then you can easily correlate it to your mains preparation. By various articles or acts of environment importance, we can substantiate our answers using that. And for economy related, I would like to say like go through economic survey, budget and various current affair material available in the market. I would like to specially say go through GS core material, it's very helpful. It helped me a lot for my revision. I prepared a small notes using it because it's very hectic to revise the entire notes just before the exams. So make a small notes from it and keep it handy. Keep some data necessary, useful with you, so you can substantiate your answer using the data, so that your answer carries some weightage, and facts also supports your answers. So in this way, I would like to say like basically give more focus to the answer writing practice in the entire 3-4 months from the duration of prelims to mains is like very hectic. We don't find time actually like how to balance our optional general studies paper and essay. So try to find a balanced way, it helps a lot. And moreover, I would like to say many candidates neglect essay part. Please don't neglect it. Essay is very essential and it helps in increasing your marks. It's like getting above 140 is really helpful in the mains. So practice a lot for essay even. Inculcate that practice of writing, having a continuous flow in your thoughts which can be expressed in your essay. And also like there is nothing necessary of any flowery language for our essay even. Be simple, stick to the point, don't jump out of the context is the best simple solution for the essay. And for general studies paper, I would again say cover the entire syllabus, don't leave any part of it, so that you should be able to answer each and every part and section of it. Not see in the we have been asking 20 questions. It's not possible to know the entire 20 questions properly. We know 12 questions properly, we know 3-4 questions averagely, and we don't know about 2-3 questions. The key to the examination lies in completing every paper with 20 questions with not max but average quality wise. That helps you in increasing your GS marks. Many people focus on quality, not quantity. I would like to say, like, have a balanced approach between quantity plus quality. Don't compromise on any one of it. So try to answer each and every question in the paper and don't leave anything. And for answer writing practice, I would like to say, like, please practice answer writing. It helps a lot because answer writing practice is like an art. It should be inculcated because we need to have a proper structure in your answer. Might be most of the science students, like I being from a science background, I initially used to write only in points format. So it brought my score down. So I changed my answer writing. I now use a combination of both paragraph form and points wise. I would say, like, give an introduction in a paragraph forms, be concise in 2-3 sentences or 2-4 sentences. Then write your points, the body in point wise, and then give a conclusion in a paragraph form. That gives a very balanced approach, and substantiate your answer using facts, examples of current importance, so that your answer stand out. So that's it. I would like to end my interaction with the students. Okay, I hope it helps the students.